Why are you taking photos? For what purpose? Hi everyone and welcome to Pal to Tech. Every single week on my Pal to Tech Backstage, I publish a special video called Coffee Time, in which I update all of my Backstage members on what's going on the channel, and I give more insight into how these videos are created. So far, I have produced 60 Coffee Time videos, but the one you're about to see right now is the very first one that I've ever made available on the regular YouTube channel. I had a difficult week last week, and I had to work through where I wanted to go with this channel and being creative in general. And I think some of what I came to the conclusion with and sort of made peace with, I think can help a number of you, particularly if you're struggling with your own creativity. And so without any further ado, here is the full Coffee Time video as published to all the Backstage members this week. I hope you enjoy it. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee Time. Today's Coffee Time is about one subject and one subject only, and that is this channel and sort of what happened last week. I would say with almost 100% certainty that by the time Saturday rolled around, I was contemplating very seriously just giving up the channel. Let me tell you what happened. When the week began last week, I already wasn't in a great place. We had had two very big storms. The room that got damaged by the tree and the storm and all of that leaked 2 more times, and we just kept getting put back to square zero. COVID came in and knocked everyone out, including myself, and that wasn't fun. And there were other issues as well. I don't want to get into a whole gripe session here, but just know that by Monday, that's what was on my mind. That's what was driving me nuts. And so I started shooting my video on the color checker. And as I was shooting it, I wasn't really enjoying it. I mean, I was doing it. I was going through the motions. I knew I had to get a video up by Friday. There wasn't this fun. And I recognize that, work shouldn't be always fun. And that's why it's called work. So I approached it with a good spirit, and I started shooting the B-roll and running the tests and getting the photos that I needed for the tutorial that I was putting together. And I went to shoot the studio segment of it, and I forgot to turn on the audio. And I have an emergency mic that I have running at all times that records what I call scratch audio. It's not as good as this boom mic, but it's better than nothing, and I can still recover it and use it. And I was growing more and more frustrated because I was trying to fix it and it was just taking time. And 3 years ago, when things took time to learn, lighting placement or, 4K versus 1080, which one's better for YouTube, all these little things that I had to do research and I had to learn, it was fun. And it's not fun now. The idea of having to grind everything to a halt to learn something made me just so frustrated and angry. And that's the difference between now and when I started the channel. And so I started digging into why is that? And the reason is the pressure of you have a Friday deadline, blah, blah, blah. And it's not the audience's fault. The audience is not pressuring me at all, okay? You all are not, you're not at fault. It's me. It's just the expectation that I've set myself, right? It's also a financial one because when I don't produce videos, it goes down. So there is that, but it's more than anything else, this expectation of I should know this stuff already. Come on, I shouldn't be 3.5 years or coming up to 4 years into this. I shouldn't be forgetting and screwing up audio. And if I do, I should have a very fast way to fix it. And so Friday approached and I had nothing Friday morning. I worked on it all day Friday. I worked on it Friday night. I worked on it Saturday morning and finally got it published on Saturday barely. And it was like this spark had just gone out on me. And so I started doing a lot of thinking over the weekend, what did that? Why did that happen? And more importantly, what can I do to get it back? So I have this deal with Capture One to make 2 videos coming up, and they're supposed to tell a story. And so I started thinking about how would I have done that 3 years ago. And I started, for the better word, getting happy again, thinking about that, going, you know what? I can do this. And sometimes you got to go back. You got to go back to where you were and maybe use the tools and the knowledge that you have now, but go back to where you were. Get your head back in that place. And when I tell you I came close to shutting down the channel, I came close to shutting down the channel. Maybe not permanently, but definitely for a while. And what was the lifeboat that saved me from doing that was the idea of telling a story. Lenses, cameras, lights, everything. All of this stuff, microphones, sound, dollies, grips, tripods, all of that is there for one purpose and one purpose only. The story is the king. And if you can just put yourself in a place where this is why you're doing it, not because you want to get every little thing perfect at the bottom. There's something about telling a story and using these tools to do it. And I was able to do it 3 years ago without all the fancy stuff. So that is what got me through this. That's what's made me feel better. I'm not feeling better about the leaky roof and all that other stuff. I got a lot of stress going on. But about this channel, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. And it was the process of having to think it through. And I wanted to tell you about this on Sunday, but I do coffee time on Monday, so I waited. But that's where my head came. That's where I am today. I think telling a story is so important that part of me feels if in watching what I just said in this coffee time segment is if I like it, if I think it's right on and it's the message, I may do a first for this channel and actually take this coffee time and publish it for everyone. If I am, and you are the channel and you're watching coffee time and you're seriously, hear my message, number one. And number two, check out Pal to Tech Backstage. Okay, there's my plug. If you're ever struggling with anything creative and you feel like you're not as good as you were a few years ago, or you feel like you're not enjoying what you're doing as much as you did a few years ago, you have a choice. You can certainly quit the creative endeavor and move on to something else. You know, if you're not enjoying photography, maybe quit that and try filmmaking. If you're not enjoying that, quit that and try poetry. But be damn sure it's for the right reasons, because I love making videos for this channel. I love teaching. I love telling stories. And the story is here. Everything serves the story. And so I think, you know, once you can remember that and find it, why it is you're doing what you're doing. What's the reason you're doing it? Because you, me, everyone else, we're not going to live forever. Then what? Why are you taking photos? For what purpose? Are you recording the moment? Are you documenting the world? Are you creating art that you just in your mind think one day, 100 years from now, someone's going to be moved by, which I hope they are? Why are you doing it? So anyway, I've gone on way too long, but thank you for listening. I hope you're still there. If you are, I'll be around on Discord this week, and I really appreciate your support of this channel. I cannot do it without you. I'll see you soon. Thank you.